In today's Escape from Tarkov guide, we're looking at Chemical, the entirety of the task. So we're going to go from part 1 all the way through all the other things that can happen along this quest, since there are some options that can be thrown in here to give you a hand or to maybe sway you one way or the other. So let's just get right into this. Now, depending on what type of player you are, you've got a couple of options here with part 1 of Chemical. Well, we can start out by either going directly to the place to get the objective and just get this done, or we can play it the quote-unquote right way. So we have the option of going over to Proper. Proper will give you the task Polikhim Hobo. After eliminating 25 scavs off customs, you can then get information as to where this guy, the deputy chief, is hanging out at. And with that information, we can head over to the train car and pick up the information. At this point, Skier will give you a key for dorm room 220. This is in these 3-story dorms on customs. In here, you'll find the sealed letter with TG logo located on the shelf and the secure flash drive in the laptop. Now, obviously, dorms is usually hot, so go in and be careful. I heavily suggest grabbing some cash and extracting out of the back through the car if you can. Now on to Chemical Part 3. Here we need to obtain the chemical-filled syringe hidden inside a factory. They're going to hand over that syringe, obviously, to Skier. This syringe is found in the breach room next to the office. Once you breach that door, look to the right, and the file cabinet will be an open one. Go ahead and reach in there, grab the syringe, and get on out of there. Finally, Chemical Part 4, the final part in the series. So what we gotta do here is find the transport of the chemicals and mark the chemical transport vehicle with a MS-2000 marker. And then finally, survive and extract from customs. This is actually fairly easy. If you head towards the southeast side of the map, it'll be inside one of the warehouses. This is just a white van. Walk into the back of it, place the marker, and get on out of there at that point. Like I said, usually it's pretty easy since you have most exfils are right there. You got ZB11, and that's a pretty quick, easy out at that point, if you have it anyway. After you survive the raid, you have a few options. You can turn this quest into 3 different people here. You can go into Skier, Proper, or Therapist. Each one offers you different things, but if you choose, say, Skier, for instance, right? You'll gain 0.04 rep with him, but you'll lose 0.25 rep with Proper and Therapist. So that's a whole lot of questing that it would make that back up. But if you have EOD, obviously it's not that big of a deal, and you can grind these up pretty quickly because it's not going to make a huge dent in what your already starter point is anyway. So there's a definite advantage to that. But let's take a look at the rewards and see what rewards are worth making the sacrifice for, because there are some ones that are definitely worth it and ones that are just not at all. So let's look at a chart real quick. At the time of this recording, the Skier one obviously makes by far the least amount of sense here. I mean, you're only getting 6,500 XP, 35,000 rubles, a grenade case, and a helmet that you can get anyway. It's just green instead of black. So I guess if that really matters to you, go for that one. But Skier does have some really hard to get rep unless you grind the other missions. So there's that as well.